Hey Solid Ground, it's Farmer Scott down at Marra Farm. Some of you have been down here before, some of you not. This is Solid Ground's community farm, growing food for folks who struggle to afford it, teaching classes for young people, and we're lucky enough to be right here in the city and lucky enough to have a lot of other neighbors growing food as well, a lot of awesome community groups down here. It's always fun out here. We do different things on different days. Today we're harvesting for the food bank here in the neighborhood. Got a lot of good stuff over here. We got Jackie helping us out with some jumbo zucchinis. Yeah. And then we've also got lots of good stuff back here we've already washed. We've got some delicious spinach, some more zucchinis, some green beans there, some collard greens, and some onions. And all those are going to the Providence Regina Food Bank here in the neighborhood for folks struggling to afford fresh produce, which is a lot more people now with COVID. And we can come out and see what we do on the rest of the farm. Usually we have lots of volunteers to help us, but with COVID and new precautions, we have a lot less volunteers. We're lucky to have Jackie here helping us today. We're dealing with probably about 20-25% of the volunteers we do in a normal year. Let's come on out. So different days we do different things. The farm's a bit out of control and weedy right now. We're nearing the end of our season. We do different things on different days. Some days we're harvesting, like this awesome looking beet here. Other days we're weeding, like helping out our little cilantro here so it can grow up big and strong. We've managed to find a little break in the rain today, fortunately, to do a little bit more weeding. We've got a great crop of broccoli this year, doing lots of good stuff. We've harvested it multiple times. It's looking pretty good. And I don't know how many of you know, but broccoli is actually, you're eating the flower. If you look really, really close, it's a million little flower buds. And if you don't harvest it in time, which sometimes happens, it'll actually go to seed and start to flower. So here it's making more flowers. One of the fun things about this is you can actually eat the flowers too. And they're quite delicious. All right, we've got our green bean forest, lots and lots of green beans. We've harvested probably a couple 100 pounds of green beans off of this, and they're still going strong. There's still lots of green beans to find in there, and they'll be going strong for the next few weeks into the middle to end of October. These are some of our last plantings of fall crops. We've got some carrots that are still going strong. They need a few more weeks before we harvest. And we also have this awesome spinach that's just growing like crazy right now. It's really delicious and growing really, really strong. I've got to check on the worms, see how they're doing. Oh look, here we go. Here's Willie and Wilma, the worms. How are you two doing? You getting some good food? We've got a nice pepper here they're eating and some old apples. They help us to decompose all of our old food scraps, all the stuff that's not good for people to eat anymore. They turn it back into compost for the veggies to grow. All right, I'll put them back in the soil where they'll be nice and happy. All right, Solid Ground, thanks for joining me for a minute on the farm. It's been a weird year out here. We've had to adapt a lot, as I'm sure all of you have. There's been a lot of challenges. Some things have ended up pretty good, some have ended up not as good. But we're adapting as best we can. We've managed to kind of make the most of it. We're still harvesting lots of food and engaging lots of awesome volunteers out here. Hope all of you have been able to adapt as well, and hope you're all staying happy and healthy.